Yo, yo, yo. We in the building. In the building. Get everything lined up. Chat where I can see, you know what I mean? Definitely in the building. And yeah, man, I want to make sure I got everything lined up. You know, it's been a crazy day. You know what I mean? I woke up to some disturbing news, man. You know what I mean? I was getting up, you know what I'm saying, to do my morning workout, man. Then in my phone, you know what I'm saying? You know, my boy, you know what I mean? My bro hit me up, pretty much told me what happened, man. You know what I mean? He texted me. For a matter of fact, he shot me a text and told me about what happened to Pop Smoke. But it's crazy because my partner, the one that hit me and told me about it, you know what I'm saying? When he told me about it, of course, I instantly picked up my phone and I started, doing my research to make sure it was valid. Because sometimes, you get a lot of fake news from these fake blog sites and whatnot. So I picked up my phone and started doing the due diligence, and I seen it was official. It was on every major media outlet. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's been pretty much everybody. I seen everybody was going live earlier. You know what I'm saying? I want to do my live, but I was like, I'm gonna wait, until I get a little bit more information. And yeah, man, more information came out. You did. So yeah, man, it's been a lot of rappers. They've been pretty much tapping in, paying their respects. As far as I seen Jeezy, let me see who all the rappers. Hold up, man. Let me see all the rappers who paid their respect. Because there's been several rappers, man, that been showing their love, man, for Pop Smoke. So let's see who all the rappers. You know what I'm saying? I see YG. He pretty much showed his love. Ludacris. This is the name some of the rappers. You know what I'm saying? Michael Blackson, he's a comedian. He spoke out on it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see who else we got. Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch my program up, man. Get a better program to where I can share my screen with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I got the setup, but I just need to upgrade my program that I do my lives on. But yeah, Quavo, Nicki Minaj, uh, Casanova 2 times, 50 Cent, Tony Yayo. Who else? Let's see. Man, there's been a lot of celebrities, man. I guess the little youngster, man, he was only 20 years old. So I guess the little young dude, it made a bigger impact than what I even knew. But yeah, going back to what I was saying about how I had told my partner, I just turned my partner on to the boy about last week. It was just last week, about a week ago. Because me and my partner, we've been getting up, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Deaton Charles. Me and my partner, we've been, doing the hip hop thing, man, since we was young, you know what I'm saying? And I basically had told him about Pop Smoke. I was like, look, New York really doing their thing, they making a comeback. I was like, he's pretty much the top artist out of Brooklyn. That little Brooklyn movement that we got going on. You know what I'm saying? If y'all didn't hear about it, it was a big indictment. Apparently, one of the groups that he ran with, called the Wolves, like 30 something members got indicted from the Wolves and the Chos, the two gangs, the two rival gangs, like 30 some dudes Like 30-something people got arrested just about a month ago. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was saying, like, okay, well, Pop Smoke didn't get uh, arrested, so well, he did get arrested in a stolen Rolls Royce or something, but he didn't get arrested and related to that sweep that they did about a month ago. And you know, that's the gang or whatever, the crew that he come from. A lot of the members got arrested, but he didn't get arrested. So a lot of people was like, okay, well, at least Pop Smoke didn't get arrested. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so I was putting my partner on, and I was telling him basically that he was the leading artist coming out this Brooklyn movement. I was putting him up on the whole movement, both sides, the Woos and the Chos, the Blickies. I was putting them up on all that, the Brooklyn, you know, the Brooklyn whole movement, and I was showing him how New York has made a strong comeback with the hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was basically showing. Because me personally, I'm not a big fan of that Brooklyn drill or whatever they got going on, or what, you know, that music is for the youth. It's for the younger dudes, and I respect it. Some of the songs is hard. Now I can say Pop Smoke, some of his songs I did vibe with. I did vibe with some of his songs, but I wouldn't necessarily consider the music that he was doing as Brooklyn drill. You know, that Brooklyn drill kind of got a different little sound, but I vibed with some of Pop Smoke songs. You know what I'm saying? The Dior, Parcel, that that Welcome to the Party, that one, and the Christopher Walken. You know, I like that boy little vibe, man. You know, boy was going up, so you know it's ugly to see he got taken out at 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? But if you see the title, how I titled it, supposedly he his man supposedly his man, but the story is kind of sketchy. You know what I'm saying? Supposedly either him or his man dropped the address on Instagram. It was they was in a mansion. They was staying in I don't know if it was like an Airbnb, but they was in supposedly like a mansion. They was in the Hollywood Hills. You know what I'm saying? And all of them houses, from what I know, was like mansions and shit. So they were staying in a mansion. I don't know if it was an Airbnb or if it was just like somebody else's crib. Supposedly it was somebody else's crib. So I don't know if it was an Airbnb or what, but supposedly it was a party. They had a party earlier that day at that location. You know what I'm saying? Part selves. Yeah, supposedly it was a party at the location earlier that day. I even heard that they something about a robbery earlier today too, but we do know that it was a party at location, the house in Hollywood Hills, earlier that day. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's the reason why they put the location, the address out there on Instagram or what, but apparently him or his man felt like it was sweet out there. Because I guess they felt like since they was in Hollywood Hills, you know, they wasn't actually in LA. You know what I'm saying? I guess they might have felt like, you know, coming from Brooklyn, that it was just sweet. You know what I mean? So they put the address out there, and you know, it didn't turn out good, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking they put the address out there for the females, like, you know, okay, trying to get some females to come to the mansion. But they forgot, uh, you know, how LA has a underground scene that's pretty much runs that city. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think they was uh, in tune with that. You know what I mean? Because it's like one thing that we got to remember: we got LA, what is the home of Crips and Bloods. Crips, I think, was started like in '69 around that time. Bloods not too far long after that, right? That's the home of Crippin' and Blood. Then you got New York, the East Coast. Then you got all these other states in between. But then you got New York, the East Coast. They cripping and blooding over there now. They adopted pretty much a culture that came from the West Coast, right? So Pop Smoke was a Crip or whatever. You know, he was gang, right? But the thing with what was I don't hear nobody talking about is the level of gang banging in LA or in the West Coast is way more what's the word I want to say, man? It's way more evolved. You know what I'm saying? They're veterans at gang banging over there. You know what I'm saying? In LA. That's where it originated from. These places like Chicago and LA, this is where gang banging originated. The style of gang banging that we do today. You know what I'm saying? Or that we see today. That originated in Chicago and in I want to say LA. You know what I'm saying? Them two cities, we can say the style of gang banging of today came from those two places. So these places is very evolved when it comes to gang banging. You know what I'm saying? So the style of gang banging that we seeing in New York and these different places, Brooklyn and in these different places is not the same style of gang banging that's in LA. In LA, it's serious. It's dead serious. Not saying that it's not serious in these other places, but the level of gang banging is very evolved to the point to where the gangs actually run the city. You know what I'm saying? I would say that the gangs in the structure is just different. You know what I'm saying? There's way more structure in the gangs in LA, you know what I'm saying, than it is in a place like New York, you know what I'm saying, where they're just adapting to the gang banging lifestyle. But the rapper Blueface, he spoke up and he said, you know, that basically that, you know, when these different artists come to when they come to LA, that they need to be in tune with some reputable dudes. When they come, they can't just come out there and think it's just sweet. You know what I'm saying? They got to get in tune with some reputable dudes, but they'll be safe out there. You know what I'm saying? This is what Blueface had to say. You know what I'm saying? He say people think Cali LA is beautiful sunny palm trees. He say NY niggas die here every single day. I recommend any artist coming this way to get in touch with the right natives just to keep you up to speed soon as you relax and think it's cool this way. Soon as you relax and think it's cool this way, that's when they strike. You know what I'm saying? This is what Blueface had to say. You know what I'm saying? And he say a young, immature, dumb NY nigga might take what I said as checking in, and if you do, he writing in this internet, this, you know what I'm saying, the writing is a little bit thought off, but he said if you do tap in with an NY nigga who show any signs of power or misconception because you hit him with because you hit him when you land, and that is the wrong native. You know what I'm saying? He basically that checking in shit, that word got taken way out of context. It's nothing wrong with checking in with some real dudes when you land in Day City. You know what I'm saying? You will want to have some kind of affiliations or some kind of allies, especially if you're gonna be doing business in a person's city. If you're doing business in another city that you're not from, it's a respect thing. You should have some kind of ties in that city. You know what I'm saying? As far as just real, recognize real. And you got real ones everywhere you go. So, you know, you don't need to be walking around like you feel like you're the only real dude on the planet. You know what I'm saying? That ain't real shit. You know what I'm saying? Real ones need to link. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, it's benefits in that connections. You know what I'm saying? You can help the people that you the natives, you might can help them in certain ways, and I'm sure they can help you in certain ways. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good thing to have that kind of connection. You know what I'm saying? When you go to these different places. Not to say Pop Smoke didn't, because I see YG bigging it up for him. But I don't know how close him and YG was. We all know YG is a blood, and Pop Smoke was a Crip. But so we don't know who he actually was tapped in with when he was in LA, but we see it all the time. Not too long ago, I want to say Chris Brown house got broken into. Soldier Boy house got broken into. Rich the Kid done got robbed like 2 or 3 times out there in LA just in the past year. He had his home invaded. Rich the Kid, his home was invaded. He got pistol whooped, beat up, all kind of shit. And then it happened. He got robbed again at the studio. You know what I'm saying? So that's showing you right there that LA is not sweet. You know what I'm saying? When the artists go to LA, they need to be tapped in with one of the gangs out there. Cause it's like the gangs run that city. You know what I'm saying? So they would need to be tapped in with one of the gangs out there, man. Simple as that. You know, it's like especially now if you just going out there on some vacation shit and you just going to see the city, that's different. You know what I'm saying? You going there basically spending money. So you wouldn't necessarily need to have wouldn't necessarily need to check in, but if you go in there to make money in that city, then it's only right that you show your respect, man. And you do that by tapping in with some real people that's in the city. You know what I'm saying? To basically be like, it's like saying, I appreciate it for y'all letting me come to y'all city and do and get this bag. That's all that is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's etiquette, man. It's just like it's a salute. Salute y'all on the way out, man. You know what I'm saying? I came in to get the bag, salute on the way out. That's all what that is as far as that check-in thing. You know what I'm saying? You would need to be tapped in with some real dudes in any city that you go to. You know what I'm saying? You can't just think that you're gonna come into a person's city and just get all the money and fuck all the broads and you know what I'm saying, just run around the city like you a chicken with your head cut off and you go and you leave and just think that's all gravy, man. It's only so long you're gonna be able to move like that before something happens. You know what I'm saying? Even Future. I remember when Future got jammed up in a club out there. They had him, they ran him out the club or it was something, you know what I'm saying? And ever since then, I've been seeing him run with the Bloods. The Bloods, Joe Moses now. You know what I'm saying? I think what's they, the VGNs or something like that, Van Ness, VGN or something like that. They Bloods. You know what I'm saying? So even Future had to tap in and link in. And I know y'all remember when 2 Chainz got robbed out there. I think it was I want to say on Melrose or something like that. So we see time and time again it happened. Famous Dex got robbed in LA. Who else got robbed? I mean, it's every week. It's like another rapper is something happening to him in LA. Every month we hearing it's a different rapper. Something happens in LA. Not to mention when the All-Star game was in LA. So many rappers got robbed, it wasn't even funny. So it's showing you the energy and the vibe of what's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? They looking at the people that come, especially the people that come to make money in their city and they not giving back. They looking at that. They looking at those people as food. You know what I'm saying? And it's evident. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. It's good to have ties in these different places, especially when you're traveling from city to city. You know, yeah, man, shit can get kind of crazy, man. And we seeing it right here. R.I.P. to Pop Smoke. You know what I'm saying? I do want to say that R.I.P. to Pop Smoke. I was vibing with his music. Yeah, if y'all ain't heard of his songs, go check out Dior, Christopher Walk, and Welcome to the Party. Other joints too. For a matter of fact, he just dropped a mixtape. Like about a few days back. You know what I'm saying? He just dropped a mixtape. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. It's just unfortunate, man. It's an unfortunate thing. And condolences goes out to his family. This is another black eye for hip hop. It's the second time that I can remember that a Brooklyn dude of stature then got murdered in LA. What happened to Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Biggie, we all know that story, you know what I mean? And it happened in LA, another Brooklyn dude, you know what I mean? A Brooklyn artist, Not saying Pop Smoke is nowhere on a Biggie level as far as impact on the game, but Pop Smoke was doing his numbers. So that is to be, commended. And boy had a wave, man. Boy definitely had a wave, I can't say that. He definitely had a wave. And it's just sad that it's so short-lived, his wave. He went out in such a tragic way. These rappers, man, just got to be careful when they go to these cities with all this money and jewelry and all the flossing that these rappers like to do. For a matter of fact, I want to say one of Pop Smoke's last Instagram posts was him and his man with the money phones, with the big boy money phones. You know what I'm saying? At the same, if I'm not mistaken, they were sitting in front of the same house or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it's just crazy, man. It's definitely crazy to see the young boy go out like that. You know what I mean? That's wicked. You know what I mean? That's very wicked. And I'm just trying to make sure, man, that I touch on everything before I get up out of here, man. Yeah, the Pop Smoke kid, man. Boy had a vibe, man. You know what I'm saying? He had a nice little vibe with him, and yeah, man, may he rest in peace. You know what I mean? I know y'all heard about Star Brim being arrested with the 5'9" brims. That was another big bust at the NY. I'm not sure if it was the feds or the NYPD, but they got caught up in a sweep. The 5'9" brims in New York. You know what I'm saying? Star Brim, they trying to say that she was the godmother of the crew, the highest brim, female brim in the game. So that's crazy because she just got out. And if you don't know who Star Brim is, that's Cardi B's best friend. You know what I'm saying? We all know. Well, if you don't know, Cardi B is also a 5'9" brim. And that came out in the court when Takashi was testifying in court. He mentioned that she was a 5'9" brim. And so that means the feds, it was a federal case, so that means the feds already know that Cardi B is a 5'9" brim. So I'm not dry snitching or nothing like that. It's pretty much at this point public information. So all we can hope is that Cardi B hasn't been affiliating too close with the gang since she's in the game. Because if she had, she could get, hey, I'm not gonna put certain things in the universe, but we all know how this story goes. You know what I mean? But I'm thinking since she got married to Offset and had a child, I think she probably slowed down a lot as far as any gang activity and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? She got money. It's no need for her to really be committing crimes and things like that. So I think Cardi is straight. You know what I'm saying? As far as that 5'9" brim bust go, but it's like, man, the feds ain't playing as far as the New York gang culture. They ain't playing about that shit, man. They wiping crews out left and right. It's like every month, every couple months, another crew, 30 and 40 people is getting swept in New York out of different projects. About every couple months or so. You know what I'm saying? It's a different crew that's getting wiped out. 30 and 40 people. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to keep up with. Like I said, you just had the Brims that got indicted. They got caught up in a sweep. This was just, The news came out yesterday. Then you had about a week or 2 weeks ago, Pop Smoke, his crew that he was running with, they got taken off the streets. The Wolves. And they the rival crew that they was beefing with, you know, going back and forth, it was shootings and all of these different things. They even had people that got swept up too. So it's like, yeah, man, the gang culture in New York is definitely uh is very high. You know what I'm saying? It's very high. It's a lot of gang activity in New York. You know what I'm saying? The gang activity in New York is very high. You know what I'm saying? A lot of gang activity going on in New York, and the feds ain't playing about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like shit real. You know what I mean? Shit definitely real. So like when you see like people coming on the internet basically putting their gang affiliations out there, like Star Brown. She went on Queen's Flip and basically said that she was a Brown and laid everything out there. You know what I'm saying? Like we seen people incriminate themselves on Vlad TV. You know what I'm saying? Like certain things. It's a YouTuber. I gotta shout out Hassan Campbell for this. You know what I'm saying? Even though he a piece of shit and he do some fuck shit, I be seeing him do some fuck. It's some shit that he did that I just don't respect. But I got to shout him out because he brought the Patriot Act to my attention. It's not are you if you are in a gang, then basically the government look at you as a terrorist. You know what I'm saying? Basically under the Patriot Act. You know what I'm saying? So people coming on the internet and proclaiming their ties to gangs and different things like that, I would be careful about that. You know what I'm saying? Especially that we seen the the floodgates open up and a lot of OG dudes that did like a lot of time have came out and now they're saying, okay, I'm the godfather of this, or I started this set, or all these different things. They gotta watch themselves too. You know what I'm saying? Because the internet, it has its pros and cons. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing we get to put our information out there, and we're able to monetize it and different things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But we just got to be careful, man, with this social media. You know what I'm saying? Social media is almost like a way for the feds to track you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful of what you put on social media. You know what I mean? Because once it goes out, it's no taking it back. You know what I mean? You could delete the comment or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could screenshot the comment or they could record your video. So once you put it out there, there's no taking it back, even if you delete it. You know what I mean? So we got to be careful what we put on social media, man. All the different social media platforms, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat. You know what I'm saying? I just seen people catch cases off of all of these platforms for just putting too much information on there and bam. You know what I'm saying? They get locked up, whether it's posting pictures with guns or whether it's, you know, for a matter of fact, in the Rollo case and in the ARAB case, they went to their social media and used things that they posted and used it against them. You know what I'm saying? Use it as evidence, basically. You know what I mean? So yeah, we got to be careful about the social media, man, and what we put on social media, and that goes right back into the Pop Smoke thing, you know what I'm saying, of how his address, whether he told his man to put the address out there or not, you know what I'm saying, it got put out there and it didn't end the good for him. And if he told his man to do that, I can kind of say that, like, that's what I mean by the gang banging in LA is more evolved than it is in, say, a place like New York. You know what I'm saying? The gang members move smarter. I mean, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. The gang members know how to move because they got raised the right way. They OGs schooled them. In a lot of cases, the New York gangs, all the OGs is in prison. You know what I'm saying? So these young dudes is raising themselves. And, if you don't got the right guidance and you don't learn to move out here, things could be detrimental. You know what I'm saying? So the gangbangers on the West Coast are move a lot smarter than, say, in New York, gangs. Well, I'm just talking about Blood and Crips right now, because, like I said, the home of Blood and Crips is L.A. You know what I'm saying? The home of GDs, Vice Lords, BDs, and all that's Chicago. But we're talking about Blood and Crips right now. So the gangbangers in West Coast and LA, they move smarter than the gangbangers in New York. The ones in LA move smarter than the ones in New York. The gang culture is involved, and they've been the right way, you know what I'm saying, of how to move. It's like some real mafia type shit of how shit is ran. You know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is. Like a lot of times when you how LA operates with the gang shit, right? You got BGs, you got YGs, and you got OGs. And then you even got gang members that's not BGs yet. You know what I'm saying? But the ones who put the work in is like the BGs. The BGs put the work in. You know what I'm saying? When you're a baby gangster, that's what BG stand for. The BGs put the work in. You know what I'm saying? So by the time you a YG, you know what I'm saying? I should say by the time you in from 18 to 21, you in your YG stage. So by the time you a YG, you're not necessarily putting work in no more, unless it's real detrimental or something. You're not necessarily putting the work in. You get money now, and you doing something to bring money into the game. You know what I'm saying? By the time you elevate to YG status. You know what I'm saying? The BGs and the younger gang members is the ones that put the work in. So that's why how it's ran like a mob. It's got structure. You know what I'm saying? Like in New York, they got structure, but uh, it's some different things. You know what I'm saying? It's a mix of New York, because you had the Black Spades and you had the Savage Skulls, Savage Nomad. You had all of these different gangs in New York in the 60s and shit, 60s, 70s. You had all of these different gangs. So New York already has a style of gang banging. They've been gang banging in New York, but as far as the Blood and Crip shit, that's new to New York. As far as probably the last 20 years, they've been doing that over there. You know what I'm saying? When they've been gang banging in LA since, as far as Blood and Crip, since '69. You know what I'm saying? But New York already had a style of gang banging with their old gangs, that they homegrown gangs, you can say. So when you mix all of this with the Blood and Crip shit, it brings a gumbo pot, and it's a different style of gang banging. You know what I'm saying? And that's not always a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not a lot of structure in the way that they operate in New York. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of structure, and it's very loose. You got Bloods hanging with Crips. You got GDs hanging with, I'm not sure if the GDs hang with the Bloods or the Crips, but it's just all mixed up. You know what I'm saying? Because it didn't originate there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy, man. And I'm just really speaking of Brooklyn right now. I'm speaking of the Brooklyn scene, the gang, the Blood and Crip, the Woos versus the Chos. That's what I'm talking about. Because I know you got Bloods in the Bronx. For a matter of fact, the 5'9" Brims, they out the Bronx, if I'm not mistaken. At least that set, the ones that got caught up in the sweep was out the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm speaking of the Brooklyn gang scene, of how, or just New York in general. New York in general, with the Blood and the Crip shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if we're gonna say LA, then we're gonna have to we're gonna have to balance that with New York. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, it's a different style. You know what I'm saying? It's a different style of gang banging, and LA is more evolved when it comes to the Crip and Blood thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So saying that, these artists gotta watch it when they go out there, man. If they're not affiliated with the right people. You know what I mean? I don't co-sign too much things the Blueface say. He say some crazy shit out his mouth. I really don't even like the way he worded what he said, even though what he said was valid. I don't like the way he worded it, but I can't agree that these rappers or anybody, you know what I'm saying, that's going out there playing on doing business, making money out there in these different places, these different cities, you would need to be linked in with the right people. You know what I mean? You definitely would need to be linked in any city you go. That's laws of the land. You know what I'm saying? It's like a respect thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. It's crazy, man. It's definitely crazy. Star Brim got caught up in the sweep. What else been going on? Let me do a little brief little run through, see what else all been going on in the culture, man. You know what I mean? Let's see what been rocking and rolling in the culture. We're gonna do a quick little sweep through. I think the last video I did was the Kobe Bryant video, if I'm not mistaken. I do other videos on my other channels, so if you ain't in tune, go subscribe to Hip Hop Media Outlet. That's a channel that I put my controversial videos on. So if you ain't subscribed to that, go subscribe to that and hit the notification. And, Indigenous People Media Outlet. That's one of my other. That's one of my other pages. Subscribe and hit the notification bell on that one. Yeah, but besides the Star Brim, you know, RP Pop Smoke and Star Brim situation, you know, the 5'9" Brim situation. I see Obi Trice was charged with a misdemeanor for shooting his girlfriend's son. I don't know what's up with that. Neef Pharaoh released statements revealing his sister and nephew was murdered. Neef Pharaoh is out of Oakland, you know, so condolences for that. And Boosie, hey, Boosie had has some words for Dwayne Wade, man, about Dwayne Wade letting his son be a transgender at the age of 12. Boosie spoke out, and this is a topic that I've been speaking out about. So I basically agree with Boosie on that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, Dwayne Wade, man, he on some bullshit, pretty much. Yeah, you know what I mean, what else, man? The All Star game, man, was pretty good, man. I liked how they switched up the rules. It made it more competitive, especially coming down to the end of the game. It was competitive. You know what I mean? Because they was all trying to meet that quota, whatever the quota. I think the winner had to score 157 points. I'm not sure how they came up with that number, but it made the game more competitive, and that was pretty cool. I like to see that. Slam dunk contest was pretty good. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. For right now, you know what I'm saying? We want to send our condolences to Pop Smoke, his family. You know what I'm saying? We really want to send our condolences to the whole Brooklyn. Brooklyn took a big loss on this one. Psh, man, salute. You know, senseless violence, man, is never a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this: we have to be careful about the energy that we put out. And Pop Smoke, he kind of put out an energy For a matter of fact, he got a song on his new mixtape that he dropped. I'm gonna plug that. What it say? To the Wolves or something like that. His name of the song is Invincible. And it's funny that he had that song because to me, that's the energy that Pop Smoke put out. Like he was invincible. And we got to be careful about the energy that we put out, man. You know what I'm saying? Because this could have been part of the reason why he felt like he could drop his ass and nothing happen to him. You know what I'm saying? If he feeling a level of invincibility. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I'm going back because I just seen it. Let me see. It's right here. They showing that. I don't know if he dropped his address because of the party that they had or what, but let's see what. Let me see. All right here it's saying that Pop Smoke shared a video of gifts sent from Amiri that had his address printed in the bags the night before he was shot. So not his homeboy. They saying that he posted it.
Michael Mary. Billy Jean. Looks Michael Mary. Gifts.
So he posted his own address, man. And like I said, I'm about to get a new program. I'll share my screen with y'all. And y'all can see, you know, the screen, man, because I be having things I be wanting to show y'all, man, and it's, you know, sometimes it's kind of hard to describe it. And if I could just show you, you know what I'm saying, and then we could talk about it. You know what I mean? But let me pop the chat back out because I've been fucking around over here and I ain't even keeping up with the chat, man. Damn. Chat done went crazy and I can't even tap in, man. But shout out to everybody in the chat, you know what I mean? Let's read some of the chats, for a matter of fact, before I get up out of here. Let's see. You know, shout out Wavy World, shout out Denton Charles, shout out Exposing Thoughts. Steps on Two Fingers. Shout out Stepsis on Two Fingers. Shout out to Born Supreme. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shout out the whole chat, man. You dig? You know, if y'all not subscribed to this channel, make sure y'all subscribe, man. Hit that notification bell. If you done made it this far in the video and you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? I mentioned my other two channels earlier. We got Hip Hop Media Outlet. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. Then we got Indigenous People Media Outlet. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. I got an affiliate channel, Trap House Boxing. Everything you need to know boxing. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. You know what I'm saying? Follow us on Instagram at One Urban Media Fix. My Instagram is lit. We crazy. We go crazy on Instagram. All the controversial videos, the fights, new artists. For a matter of fact, I got several posts I made about Pop Smoke, but the video with Boosie responding or Boosie addressing Dwayne Wade, that's on my Instagram. If you haven't seen that video, hit the Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, DM me and let me know that you're from YouTube, and I'll follow you back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Shout out to the Woos, man. Shout out to the Chos. You know, shout out to the whole Brooklyn. Shout out to GDs, the Crips, the Bloods. Yeah, man, just shout out the whole Brooklyn, man. Shout out New York, man. New York has made a comeback in hip hop, and I think we need to give it up for that. You know what I'm saying? I came up on New York hip hop, so to see New York making a comeback, it might not be the music that we came up on, but it's sound new and it's fresh, you know. So shout out New York, you know what I'm saying? Celebrate Pop Smoke. You know, his music will live on. You know, he need to be celebrated. I'm sure Brooklyn is gonna go up. Yeah, I mean, and yeah, man, this video, what I'm on 45 minutes right now. We ain't gonna go too long. Really, I just wanted to come and you know, bring y'all the information about Pop Smoke and RIP the man. You know what I'm saying? The young man. He was 20 years old, and I don't think he was a saint or nothing like that, but he was a young guy, and from what we're seeing, he posted his address, and it was a Miri, but he got some bags from a Miri, so it's almost like when Instagram stunting goes wrong. You know what I'm saying? He basically trying to on the ground, on it for the ground, and he exposed himself. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad. You know, it's like he brought it on himself, man. He brought what happened on himself. You know, and it's like you got some real thirsty people in this world, man, and you know, when we are blessed to have a better financial situation or put in a better financial place, it's not a good thing to rub it in people's face. You know what I'm saying? It's a way to show success without rubbing it in next person's face. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we know that we all come from poverty. So you got some hungry people out here, man. You know, you got some people that's really, really thirsty for that bag. You know what I mean? And would do anything for that bag. So yeah, we just got to be smarter in how we move for the young kids that's coming up that might see this. Use this as an example of what not to do, as far as you know, wanna always be on the flex for the gram tip. You know what I'm saying? We see that it can be detrimental. You know what I'm saying? To anything, there's pros and cons. And if you're an artist, I feel like you should be using these social media platforms for promotion and marketing and things like that. But just flexing just to be like, I got it and you don't, that's like, you know, we gotta be careful about the energy we put out. You know what I mean? I say that, you know, because I don't want to demon the man because he might have made a mistake. Because nobody's perfect, you know what I'm saying? And man, it's just a sad thing to see him go out like that. And it's ugly that Star Brim, you know, how she went out too, because she just got out. And I know it's other members in the 5'9" Brims, but her name is the only one that's coming out. So that's why I keep just saying her name. But it's sad that, you know, when you see people go out like that, you know what I'm saying? So RIP Pop Smoke. I don't think Star Brim is locked up, so I can't say her yet. I can't say free Star Brim or nothing like that because I think they let her stay out because she's pregnant. She don't have to go. Uh, Basically, she's they're letting her walk the street until she have the baby. So you know that's that on that. And yeah, man, RIP Pop Smoke, man. Without further ado, I'm out, man. Peace. Gone.